is Mrs. Click, 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 click. Ooh, there we go. I was about to say, let me make sure this mic is on. Hi, you guys. Hugs. How are you? I hope that you are doing great. Happy August. It is going to be an amazing, prosperous month, and it is honestly going to be an amazing, prosperous second half of the year. All right. Before we get into it, you already know what I'm about to say. www.lawofasssumptionprincess.com for all of your Law of Assumption Princess needs, and if you would like one-on-one coaching with me or anything else that I may offer. As always, be sure to read that disclaimer in full. It helps you out, it helps me out, and it just makes everything easier for the both of us. Mwah, thank you. Love you. Okay, y'all. So I was like, what else do I want to talk about today? Like, what do I want to get into today? And this is something, this actually came into my consciousness and my awareness. I don't even want to say by mistake or by chance. It's something that popped out to me, something that I've been thinking about, and it came up on my For You page and my YouTube homepage. So I've been watching videos about this, and I think that this is so crucial and so important. This is one of those components of the law that, like, when you really pay attention to it, it's a very easy concept to understand, but when you really pay attention to it, that's where a lot of your biggest breakthroughs can come from, because it's so easy to identify and dismantle once you realize, oh, this is what's going on, and I just need to switch the pattern that I'm seeing. So I want to talk about pattern interrupting. I might need to get the fan out for this. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I'm not even finna listen. I just felt like, yeah, I need the church fan for this, because, like, I cannot express how important this is. And the reason why I'm feeling this way right now and, like, really wanting to talk about this and really wanting to sink my teeth into this is because it's so important. Recognizing patterns and interrupting those patterns, y'all, it is the very thing that is going to get you so far, because there's more than one reason, but I'll lead with this. Number one, we already know that that's what your subconscious is operating off of. It's operating off of patterns, and it's not even something it's trying to do. It's literally just the nature. It's the nature of how the subconscious mind works, which is why we're literally doing the law to do what? Recreate patterns, implement new ones. Great, exactly, right. So when you are able to stumble across a trigger and realize, okay, this hurts. This reminds me of something that I have experienced before. Because let's be real, when we are experiencing triggers, those triggers are reflections of a belief that we held as true based off of another circumstance that felt just like the one we're feeling right now. That is what is taking place. That is what has happened. So when you're able to stumble upon this and say, okay, this does not feel good right now. This does not feel like enjoyable right now. It's not something that I want to identify with. And, you know, it makes me feel like it did when this, and this happened. The first thing you have to do is realize that you are not that circumstance. You are not that circumstance. You have just been accepting a belief about yourself because of that circumstance. So the minute that you can realize, okay, I'm not this circumstance, my identity is not rooted in the circumstance, you can literally set yourself free. You can set yourself free from thinking that you're binded to that pattern, that you're binded to what you are currently perceiving, because that's what kept it anchored for so long in the past, is the identification. Oh, saying, see, oh, this happened, so this means something negative about me. Oh, this person hurt me, so this means I'm not lovable. That is a pattern, but it's not your pattern. And when you can, like, literally set yourself free from continuously identifying with shit that you don't want to identify with, you'll start to realize, oh, it's easy for me to interrupt that pattern. You'll start realizing, oh shit, I have been accepting something as true about myself for X amount of time because I was identifying so much with the circumstance, but my identity isn't within the circumstance. My identity is within self. And when you do that, When you do that, when you allow yourself to like really indulge in that truth of this is not definitive of me, you can do what? You can create new patterns. You can create new patterns because then you unlock the whole world when you say this ain't mine, this doesn't belong to me, my name isn't on this, and you can shift. You can literally shift your awareness to, oh, but this is, I am chosen, I am wanted, I do get everything I want. Everything does always work out for me absolutely perfectly, effortlessly at all times. The universe is conspiring in my favor, and you can start saying that's me. My identity is rooted in that. And you're re-implementing a pattern, but a beneficial one that is true to who you actually are. And it's like when you say things like that to yourself, it's not just for any reason. Like when you're saying your affirmations and you're telling yourself how you're worthy and you're chosen, whatever, you say, and how fancy you get personally, that shit feels good for a reason. Have y'all noticed when you're talking shit about yourself and you're identifying with these old icky circumstances that really ain't got nothing to do with you, it feels dirty. It feels literally miserable. It literally, like quite literally feels miserable. And when you're literally telling yourself the truth about yourself, it feels magical. It feels like a way for miracles to come through. That's not for no reason. That's not for no reason, because your identity is rooted in your real truth, your real version of self. We're not just telling you to affirm just for shits and giggles. Like when I tell y'all to affirm, I'm telling y'all to affirm so that it clicks that the version of you that you want to be is who you are right now. I'm not just telling y'all to affirm just to tell y'all to do something. I'm telling you to affirm because you're soaking in a new pattern when you do that. Every time you do that. Every single time you do that, you're like building blocks. Boom, 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 boom. Pattern, 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 pattern. That's what you're doing. So I almost like I'm not even being dramatic. Like don't be in the comment section like, Tiffany, you doing the most, you be so hype right now. But like I'm being so serious. This topic is something that I feel like I could low-key get emotional over because it's so important. It really is so important to be able to like identify those patterns and free yourself from them and not think that you're so shackled and not think that like you're so binded. I tell people all the time, like if you've ever booked with me, I literally tell y'all you are not legally binded to your circumstances at all. There is no law at all that is saying, hey, you have to take this baggage with you. You have to claim it as yours. You have to keep identifying with it. Nobody's doing that to you but you. And even that's just what? A pattern. It's just a pattern. So you can just as easily, implement new patterns, new ways of thinking that are actually beneficial, that are actually really representative of your true identity and who you are. But you gotta be willing to like step into that awareness. You have to be willing to step into that awareness when you get upset, when you get triggered by something in the 3D. And that's what it comes down to. That's when we say, okay, manifestation is all about making a what? Continuous decision. You gotta make that decision to still show up as the version of you who is chosen, because that's who you are. You're not becoming that. Let me tell y'all this. You're not becoming. You are not becoming. You are. You are not becoming, you are. Stop waiting to be the version of yourself that you want to be. Stop waiting. Claim it today, right now, in this very fucking moment. And I promise you, you will thank yourself in the long run. Stop waiting for the 3D to do something. Stop waiting for somebody else to do something. Be the captain of your own ship and claim it as so today. Claim it. You have to be the change. You have to be the change that you want to see. And being the change will literally dissolve and evaporate all of these circumstances and all of these patterns. Because let me say this, the minute you change is the minute the world changes. The world changes. I used to watch this beauty guru when I was really young, and one of the quotes she always used to put in one of her videos was like, change yourself and you change the world, because only you can control that. And I had to be like 15 or 16 watching her, and that like super resonated with me. I was like, oh my god, yeah, so true. But literally, anyway, I'm such a rambler. I feel like I've been so rambly. Make sure that you guys are following me on social media, y'all. I have not been on Twitter that much lately, but I'm everywhere else. Like, I've been on TikTok, Insta, everything. So go ahead and follow me. And until next time, you know that I love you. 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 I love you.
I'll be switching in positions for you.